All right, sports buffs, here we are once again. It is week 3 of the NFL season 2025 and 2026. I am your host, as always, the mouthpiece of the Northeast, Jimmy J here, and this is the final play with yours truly, Jimmy J, as we get ready to rock and roll into week number 3, about less than an hour now before kickoff, and I have the entire slate of games for you this Sunday. As always, is what we're going to be doing here. I got some picks, got some bets. I cannot guarantee, as I said before, I cannot guarantee a win. But, I mean, this is based on statistics. This is based on gut feelings. This is based on what I've been seeing over the past couple of weeks thus far in the NFL. But what is going on, everybody? Happy game day Sunday, week 3. We are going to get right into it right now because we're getting down to the crunch time, baby. It's almost time. 1 o'clock window is almost here. And here we go, the NFL week 3 slate of games. Now, Thursday Night Football, obviously, in the books. The Dolphins, as I stated, was going to cover the spread, and they did. So it was 31-21, final score. Bills take that game as expected. But here we go, 1 o'clock window. Breaking this down. Started up, Bengals and Vikings. Now, both of their quarterbacks are injured. So this is going to be – I'm definitely going with the under on this one with the Bengals and Vikings. I think they have right now, looking at ESPN, 42.5 is the over-under. That's under. I don't think this is going to be an entertaining game. So I'm going – if I had to pick a winner, Vikings are home. I'm going Vikings on this one, but definitely not going to be a big-time game this week. And you know what? I noticed this week there's not too many games that stand out, excluding tomorrow night, Lions and Ravens. But today itself, there's really not too many games that I like that stand out. Patriots and Steelers going head-to-head. This is going to be a close one. But I think the Patriots are going to take this one. I don't know. They're home. I like what Aaron Rodgers has been doing. I'm a huge, Aaron Rodgers guy. Was more of a fan of his when he was on the Packers. But I think Pats are going to steal this one. The spread, it's real close. It's 1.5 on the spread there with Pittsburgh as the favorite. But I like Pats at home in New England. Colts and Titans. This one, guys, honestly, I know everyone's going with the Colts. I think the Titans are going to take this at home. Spread's 5.5. What I did notice is that these 5.5 spreads, and maybe it's just me, but I've noticed that every team that is the favorite with a 5.5 spread, more often than not, they lose. So I always go with the underdogs with that spread. So I'm going Titans today. Just going down the line here, then we're going to get into some of the key players and some of my picks and parlays that I got here. So Texans and Jags. I think this is going to be a pretty good game. I like Jacksonville, but the Texans are 0-2 right now, so they're going to be playing hard. I'm going with Texans in this game right here, and Nico Collins is going to light it up, I feel like, in this one. Falcons and Panthers, as we see here, another divisional showdown. They got Falcons as the favorite, -4.5. Carolina also 0-2. I like Carolina covering the spread. I don't know if they're going to win, but I got them covering the spread with the 4.5. Then we got Rams and Eagles. You know, on paper, it's Eagles, right? Philly. Everyone's taking Philly. The spread's 3.5. Philly is the favorite. Oh, man. You know, the Rams seem to have their number during the season. They did last season. I like the Rams. I'm not going to go and bet them outright. I wouldn't bet them outright as money line, but I'll take them with the +3.5 on this one. I think this is going to be a close game. Jets and Buccaneers. Now, Jets are 0-2. I really like what the Jets. Like Fields. I don't like. I think they could have done better last week, but the first week was pretty solid. I'm going to take Bucs on this one though. I got to go. I don't know if they're going to cover the spread, though, with a -6.5. Looking here right now, ESPN. So I would take Bucs money line, or I'll go Jets with the plus. Maybe add a point there, +7.5. Raiders, Commanders, Washington. Both teams are 1-1 right now. Washington -2.5. But Jaden Daniels is out. So I know Commanders, the defense is going to step up for them. But I have the Raiders taking this game. I know it's crazy. It's a bold prediction there, but with Jaden being injured, I think the connection with Geno Smith and Brock Bowers, I think we see it today. I think Bowers gets a touchdown. I have him for one touchdown. And I think that the Raiders take this game. Packers and Browns, no doubt in my mind, I'm going Green Bay. Minus 7.5 they got on the spread there. I do think that, Browns try to keep this one close. So I would take the Browns with the plus 7.5 at home in Cleveland. They're 0-2 right now, still looking for a win. Broncos and Chargers. This is going to be a good match in the afternoon, I think, but it's a tough one to call. It really is. Chargers right now 2-0, Broncos 1-1. Man, I like Herbert. I really do. I like the coaching of the Chargers. Broncos, Bo Nix, he's showing something. I think as he starts to develop even more, Broncos are going to be a team to watch out for in the upcoming years. And this game is too tough to call. They have it with the minus 2.5 Chargers with as the favorites. Man, I think the Broncos take this one. I think they do. It's definitely not a game I'm betting on, but I would go with the Broncos if I was going to place a bet there. Seattle minus 7.5 at home. Okay, going against the Saints. Saints are 0-2. I like the Seahawks winning this game. Don't know if they're going to cover that spread either, to be honest with you, because I think Saints are going to be, trying to get a win. Those 0-2 teams right now, they're really trying to get a W here. And I know we are going to see some first-time wins from some of those 0-2 teams. I don't think it's going to be the Saints here, but I think they're going to play tough. So I would go with them with the plus 7.5. And it's a rain game too. Seattle, it's going to be raining. A lot of running. So Kamara, look out for Kamara, and definitely look out for Kenneth Walker, who Kenneth Walker still has not got a touchdown. This is week 3. He's getting a TD today. I called it right there on the Seahawks. Kenneth Walker, put him on your parlays. Cardinals, 49ers showdown right here. Both teams 2-0. This is going to be another good divisional game here. And I think, this is another tough one to call. They got 49ers obviously at home as the favorites. Since their home team and the spread is so close, it's 1.5. I always go with the home team here, so I'm going to go with the Niners. I think McCaffrey finally gets a touchdown today, so look out for that. Cowboys and Bears. Okay, this is going to be a shootout, I think. Both passing defenses are horrific. So, we're going to see a lot of score changes in this one. I think the Bears are going to keep it close, though, man. I really do. They might even win this game, and I hope they do because I hate the Cowboys. But, Bears with the I like DJ Moore on there to get a touchdown for sure. And on the Cowboys, CeeDee Lamb, both DJ Moore and CD are looking for their first touchdowns of the season. So I like both of them here. But I do like the over on this one. It's 50.5. I think it's going over that. And then the night game, Chiefs and Giants. I'm biased. I'm going to be biased here, guys. So please don't go with my pick here. I'm going G-Men right now. 6.5 is the spread there. Obviously, Kansas City are the favorites. But did you see what Russell Wilson did last week? And now I'm not a huge Wilson fan, okay, but he showed us that he still has a little bit left in the tank, that old Russell that we've seen that had made it to Super Bowls in the past. And, Malik Neighbors, I can't say enough good things about this guy, man. He's still young, plenty of seasons left to play. I think he gets today another TD. I think they're going to be throwing that ball down the field. I do not like the Chiefs' pass defense at all. This game, I like the Giants. I'm going Giants, and that's because I'm biased, and that's because I do not like Kansas City. But both teams are 0-2. I do think it's going to be a back-and-forth affair tonight. So let's see what happens there. And then if I got to go with tomorrow's game, if we're going to talk about tomorrow, this is going to be a tough one. Baltimore, they have at minus 4.5. I think the Lions cover that. I think I would go Lions plus 4.5 there. Just so many great people on both teams, so many great stars on both teams. Derrick Henry and then Jahmyr Gibbs on the other side. The Sonic and Knuckles, Jahmyr Gibbs, David Montgomery on the Lions here. Amon-Ra St. Brown. How can you count that guy out? Sam Laporta, tight end on the Lions. I like that guy. And then you look at the other side of it, the Ravens. Just between Henry and Lamar, both of them, running the ball. And just the way Lamar moves around, okay, and outmaneuvers the defense. I mean, this guy is a star. He's a stud, man. Lamar makes it happen. He makes plays. So this is going to be a very interesting showdown tomorrow night. I can't wait for that. But we're talking game day Sunday, baby. And this is the slate of games. Those are my predictions here for this week. But I want to go into some of the, let's go right here. Go into some of the parlays that I got lined up here and some thoughts about this week. Now, again, there's no games that really stand out to me too much here. This is one of the parlays I got on draft. All these are on DraftKings, by the way. So it's a 7-pick parlay. And all it is both of these teams in each of these games to score 1 touchdown and a field goal. Jets, Bucks, Rams and Eagles, Falcons, Panthers, Colts, Titans, Steelers, Patriots, Raiders, Commanders, and Texans and Jags. So all of these teams here that I just named to score 1 touchdown and 1 field goal in the game. And then we have this other 8-pick. Again, this is a no sweat bet. Obviously, DraftKings gave me, so I put a little jingle there. I didn't mention this guy yet. Chuba Hubbard, still looking for a touchdown here. I think he gets one in Carolina today against the Falcons. Saquon, how can you bet against Saquon? I mean, he's like almost automatic every game with a touchdown. So Saquon with a TD. Jerry Jeudy, I like Jerry Jeudy on the Browns going against the Packers today. Also, aside from Jerry Jeudy, I like David Njoku, the tight end on the Browns, getting a TD today. Kenneth Walker, as I said before, running back of the Seahawks, he's getting a TD. I got here CeeDee Lamb, DJ Moore, and that Cowboys-Bears showdown. And the bad guy himself, Breece Hall, okay, on the Jets with a TD, and Mike Evans. Both of these guys still looking for a touchdown this season, and I think they're going to get it in the Bucks and Jets game. And here's another 4-pick touchdown score parlay. David Njoku, as stated before, Mike Evans, Brock Bowers, and Jordan Mason running back on the Vikings. Like that one. And then I know you see quite a few bets. I got Breece Hall and Kenneth Walker in. Lad McConkey, incredible wide receiver on the Chargers. DJ Moore again with the Bears. Jerry Jeudy. You know, a lot of times I don't like picking too many of the same guys. This week I've done that, and some of the picks, some of the parlays. But, you know, you got to pay attention. Pay attention to, you know, the injuries also, like, you know, because obviously they're like quarterback-wise, Bengals, Vikings, both of their starting quarterbacks. Joe Burrow is out for the Bengals, and then McCarthy's out for the Vikings. So we really don't know what we're going to get in that game. But you always got to pay attention to injuries. You got to pay attention to weather. I'm looking at stats. Who hasn't scored yet? You know, I'm not going to tell you guys to just load up, you know, the parlay with all these touchdown scores. I mean, you can, right? Essentially, you put $1 on like 10 touchdown scorers. I mean, your payout is going to be incredible. Now, are you going to win? I mean, it's highly unlikely because the odds are stacked up there. But, you know, Breece Hall, the people running down the list here that I like this week, and you can put them in any order as far as touchdown scores go. I like Breece Hall on the Jets, running back for the Jets, Christian McCaffrey on the 49ers, Kenneth Walker on the Seahawks, Jordan Mason on the Vikings, Bucky Irvin and Mike Evans on the Tampa Bay Bucks, DJ Moore I have down here. Obviously, I said him before on the Bears, CeeDee Lamb on the Cowboys, Lad McConkey on the Chargers, Chuba Hubbard, running back for the Chuba Hubbard. I think of that movie. What is that? I think it's Click with Adam Sandler. Hubba Bubba's chewing gum. Chuba Hubbard is a running back, baby. Let's go. Jerry Jeudy, a wide receiver on the Browns. Tony Pollard, running back on the Titans. He still was looking for a TD today. I think he gets it. And then the beast incarnate himself, Brock Bowers, finally is going to get a touchdown today with the Raiders. Geno Smith's going to finally, that chemistry is going to be there today. I'm feeling it. So again, you know, you look at some of these bets that you can make, whether it's DraftKings, FanDuel, whatever you're betting on, and there's a lot of different options. Yeah, all I'm saying is bet smart. Don't bust your budget. Go in there with a budget, and you lose, you lose. Don't chase. This is the one thing, and I've learned this early when I started place a bet. Years ago when I was first able to place a bet legally, you can't chase your losses because then you're just going to lose more often than not. So you spread them out. Place some bets in the 1 o'clock window, the 4 o'clock window. Place a bet throughout the entire day. The bottom line is just be responsible with it, and that's what I tell everybody over here. And you look, anything can happen. That's the thing. Anything can happen in a football game. So it's not over till it's over. I mean, we all know the fourth quarter is a game in itself. So a lot of times, look at what just happened. I think it's going to be the game of the season. I'm calling it now. What happened the other night between the Ravens and the Bills? Ravens had it. Ravens had that game won. I think they were up by 14 or 15 points in the fourth quarter. Just a series of events that happened. Look what happened with, I think it was Derrick Henry. Talk about Derrick Henry, running back. Ball got punched out. The Bills got it almost right near the red zone. Bills scored. They capitalized on all these opportunities. And this is what happens in games. So, you got to think. And then injuries as well. This is something that we can't predict. Injuries that occur. Now, the one thing I did notice that DraftKings has been doing is they just started this season, and that's I believe it's the injury. Like if somebody gets injured, I forgot what they called it, but if somebody gets injured in the first half of the game, don't sweat. They're just going to remove the guy, and obviously your bet is going to get lowered, but you're not going to lose the entire parlay. It's going to be an interesting day today, but not too many games, like I said, that really stand out to me. But those are my predictions, my picks today. We're getting ready to go. It's the final play with Jimmy J. We got about 30, 40 minutes left. I just want to do this quick little thing every week. Hopefully this helps everybody out there. And as we continue to grow and get people in the mix of this, I want to hear what you guys have. I want to hear what everybody out there is putting money down on today. I will say I think the game of the day today, just looking at the lineup, again, it's tough. The highest scoring game, as predicted here, is going to be Cowboys and Bears. I think they're right. They're on the money with that. But I got to say, it might actually be the prime time game, man. Surprisingly, I know most people think Giants, like, it's going to be after the last few seasons, it's going to be a shit game, right? But Giants and Chiefs today, I think this is going to be a back and forth affair. I'm outright putting just a couple bucks on the G-Men tonight at home because I'm biased, Giants fan, lifelong Giants fan. And I know some people want to crucify me because you know what? I became an Eagles. I've supported the Eagles, I want to say, since Foles won the Super Bowl against Brady. And it was just a real-life Rocky story come to life. So that's when I started supporting them. I'm very pissed that, Giants got rid of Saquon. Saquon went to the Eagles. He's done tremendous work thus far there, and he's going to continue to do that. He's a monster, man. When you think of top running backs in the league right now, you think Saquon, you think Derrick Henry, but there's some underrated ones that we have to, be on the lookout for. And, Jonathan, I really like Jonathan Taylor on the Colts. I like Bucky Irvin, what he's doing on the Bucks. Who else I like as far as running backs go? Jahmyr Gibbs, love Jahmyr Gibbs on the Lions. And, Kenneth Walker's not bad. He's a pretty decent running back. I think he's better at quick receiving and yards after the catch. Let's see. Yeah, those are the guys that really stand out to me. Receiver-wise, I look at speaking of the Eagles, going back to them, I'm looking at what they're doing. Their receivers they're not getting too much play. Because it's more often than not, it's Jalen Hurts and it's Saquon running the ball. Where's A.J. Brown? Where the hell is A.J. Brown? This is a star receiver. Nowhere to be found, A.J. Brown. Devontae Smith got a little bit of action, but not too much either, man. I'm not going to shit on Jalen, but I would like to see him throw the ball a little bit more to some of those receivers. What I noticed, he's getting more comfortable because like last season, he was a lot like Tua, and Tua's just nervous, man. He's just chucking the ball down. He's getting nervous because he sees the defense coming. So I don't know, man. These are just random thoughts I'm throwing out there, but I think Jalen's really getting into his groove. He's finding his groove, so to speak. Some of the other teams that I really like, that the Packers, man, I do. I was always a Packers fan as well. And young team, Jordan Love is putting on a clinic. I think this is a team you really have to watch out for. I think the Packers, I know they're hitting playoffs for sure, but they are Super Bowl contenders. So look out for the Packers this season. I'm calling it early right now. I just hope to God we don't see the Chiefs there. I love what the Bills are doing. Josh Allen and the Bills, man. James Cook is cooking them. That's another running back. He's cooking them up, chefing something nice on that field, man. Cook is a star in the Bills, man, the Bills team itself. And the one thing I love about what Josh Allen does is he feeds everybody on that team, man. Everybody gets a reception here. Both of the tight ends there the other day was Dalton Kincaid and the other Dawson Knox, I believe it was. It was another rookie, another like third string tight end that got the touchdown in that game. It was crazy. But they're feeding everybody, and I like that. They're passing the ball around. Today, I'm looking here. I don't think there's going to be any. Again, there's some games. I think there's going to be some low-scoring affairs today. It might be even some field goal fest today, in some of these games. But afternoon window and the evening game looks good. But tomorrow night, Lions and Ravens. To wrap this up over here, that's the game you need to watch. Okay, that is going to be a showdown. I don't know if they're going to top the Bills and the Ravens. They might. But let's see. Tomorrow night, I got quite a few touchdown scores for tomorrow night as well. And it's anybody's game, man. I mean, if you look at both sides, I mean, so many options for TD scorers. I think both quarterbacks get 2+ passing touchdowns. I think they get over 200 passing yards tomorrow. I like both teams. I don't like both teams with a touchdown and a field goal because I think it's going to be just a touchdown fest tomorrow. Definitely going with the over on that. So, all right, guys, we're going to wrap it up. Week 3 of the NFL. Good luck on whatever you got. And listen, I want to see what you have. If you hit something, send it over to me. JimmyJEntertainment@gmail.com. That's JimmyJEntertainment@gmail.com. We are less than, we're about a half an hour away from kickoff. 1 o'clock, the first slate of games gets underway. Let's get ready, baby, for some football. Game day Sunday, week 3, about to get underway. Good luck, everybody, and we're going to see you next week for week 4 of the NFL. The final play with yours truly, Jimmy J. I'll see you then.